drift away.
Welcome back, everybody. DJ Numismatics, and we got a box and then some of circulated pennies. Well, I think most of them are. I think if you look right here, I think those 8 rolls right there might be uncirculated. I might have accidentally grabbed some uncirculated ones. So let's go ahead and start with these and let me pop a couple of these open and see if these 8 are uncirculated. If they are, we're just going to dump them and move on to the 6 other rolls that are not. Well, as suspected, 8 of those rolls were uncirculated, and I think they're 2020s. Let's see. We're doing that. And they are 2020Ds. So, let me clear this pile of nothing out of the way, and we'll move on to 6 rolls. And then 50 more. See you soon. I'll bring you in on all my finds. Well, before we get into the box, I went through those 6 rolls before the box, and I came up with something actually. This is in 1983, Philadelphia. Let me throw it under the scope. I'll show you a few different things. It's got a mild double die on the front. There's like quite a few different ones you can find on the 83Ps on the fronts, and then there's 2 on the back. Well, I've got the back one, not the massive variety where you can literally see 2 of everything on the back. This is the milder one at the FS 802. In the front, I'm not exactly sure. I haven't taken the time to research it, but I know for a fact that the back has the FS 802 on it. So let me go ahead and throw it here, set up the tripod, and I'll show you what we're looking at. So for the front, there is an FS designation up here, but this isn't the one. You can see it slightly here on the T. If you come over here to the R, you can see that little notch in the R. You can slightly see the notching still here. This area here usually gets hammered with the crimpers, so. And you can slightly see it here in the L. And then if you come up here to we, you can, let's see if we can get this a little better here. Well, it's going to be complicated, I guess. Let's see if we can get this right here. There we go. You can slightly see it here, still in the E. The W, it's pretty hard to see, but you can slightly see it there and there. A little bit in the T yet. A little bit here in the R yet. You still see it slightly in the U. And then if you come over here to the date, you can really see it. You can see it here alongside here. And then if you look at the 9 here, you can see it here and in the 1 there. So that's the front. Now if we flip it over to the back, you come up here to United. And look, you can see it here. You can see it here. You can definitely see it here in the I, the T, the E, and really well in the D. Then if you come over here to the S, you can see it in the S. Not so much in the T, and it kind of weakens as it goes through the rest here. You can still slightly see it in here. And the rest it's pretty mild. And if you come down here, you can still slightly see it in the O there too. I guess I should be paying attention to the camera, making sure you can see. And you can, so. And then still, and then very, very lightly, you can see the notch down here in the end. This is FS. What is it? FS. And you can slightly see it there too. This is FS 801, or 802, sorry. 801 is the massive one. But cool nonetheless. So, Let's go ahead and jump into 50 rolls in the box now. We're on roll number 3. And I thought it looked old, so I kind of squeezed it out a little bit. And it is, well, not super old, but we got a 1942D wheat cent number 1. For 42, it's definitely seen some circulation. We're on roll 16. Been kind of a slow box, but we finally got wheat cent number 2. Let's pull it out here and see what we got. Looks like it's a 1940 from Philly. We're on roll 26, and this box has been pretty cold. I've only found 2 wheat cents so far, but you look right there. We got a date and a mint mark. We got a 1953S. Wheat cent number 3. And then what really actually caught my eye is this here. Let's see what we got here. That is going to be, looks like a gold-plated 1976. Let's set that down. Super shiny with the Liberty Bell and a US. I found a 1975. Let me just check real quick. 1975D with this same thing, only not. I do believe it's gold-plated. Well, that's my first gold-plated penny I've ever found. Pretty cool. We're on roll 31, and we got our first foreign in the box. We got a Canadian 1984 Laureate portrait. We're on roll 33, and if you look right back here, we got another set of wheats. This will be number 4, and it is a 1953 Denver. We're on roll 34. We're gonna have Canadian number 2. That is a 1970 Canadian penny. And then I seen right back here, we've got another date, 1957D wheat cent number 4. We're on roll 36. And we're going to have Canadian number 3. And that is a 2000 L'Oreal portrait. We're on roll 39. We got wheat cent number 5. And that is a 1945 from Denver. We're on roll 43. And towards the back here, we got some more wheat sticking out. And that's going to be a 19, I would imagine 19. 51D. I will check that for the D over S because 51 and 52 I do believe have a over mint mark variety, so hopefully we got it. Well, I'm not seeing the D over S. There is some minor double dies here too, but with the circulation that this thing has, I am thinking I'm not going to be able to see that either. But no matter what, wheat cent number 6. We're on roll 44, and I thought I'd bring you in on this. They're pretty common, at least I've found quite a few of these. And it is a 69D. If you look at the reverse, I'll probably have to put this under the scope because I doubt I'm going to be able to get it. It has the floating roof, and then if you look over here, the no FG. I do believe this is FS 901. Give me 2 seconds and I'll set up the scope. As you can see, the right hand of the building, there's supposed to be an FG there, and it is completely wiped out due to over polishing of the die. And then if you come up here and look, both legs of the top of the memorial building are missing. Well, that one is very slightly there. I would say it's missing. So this is a floating roof. No FG69D. Well, it is official that box has been hunted. And the only other thing I came up with was a 1964D. Let me throw it. Well, actually, I snapped a picture with my microscope. I'll show you what I got here. If you look at the RPM, or the mint mark, you'll notice it's got an RPM on it. It's not a very well-defined one. And basically, if you look right down here, you'll see remnants of the D. Right up here, the D, and then right through here. There's 3 of them that look similar to this one. I do believe this one here is RPM 016. RPM 016, 017, and 018 all look similar. But the RPM 016 is actually a 4-time repunch mint mark. I do believe that there is no die markers on this one that I could find. So, kind of a neat find. Not a major one. 64D does have 18 RPMs listed under it. Excuse me. With none of them having a FS designation. Neat find. So, all in all, not a bad hunt whatsoever. Kind of messed up my stuff here. So in total, I came across 169S non-DDO, non-DDO, 4 70S non-DDOs, a 72S, a 73S, and a 74S. I keep all my S-minted Lincoln cents because, well, for one, my last name starts with S, and just something I like to do. We came across 3 of the Canadians, and then I came across a 1964. It doesn't have an RPM or nothing of that nature. A 1960D that are both in pretty good shape. I'll most likely keep those for my collection. 7 wheat cents. 40, I do believe, was the oldest. We got the 69D FS 901 missing FG. The 83 FS 802. That crazy gold-plated one. And of course, at the end there, we got the 64D RPM. I was going to pair this with another hunt, but, you know, since I found gold in this hunt, I found a silver foreign coin in one of my hunts, and this is the first time I've ever come across gold and pennies, so I think we'll just cut this one short at this, and all in all, it wasn't too bad of a hunt. Anytime I get right around the 6 to 8 wheat cents is always a good hunt in my book, so plus a couple cool varieties. So hopefully you learned a few things from this video and enjoyed watching it. Like always, I'm going to post a link right here for my eBay page. Some of these finds might make it on there. Check it out. They're all fairly reasonable priced, and I got some stuff that you might just need. So I'll also post a link down below here for a couple of the sites that I look up the varieties on. So until next time, stay safe, stay warm, and happy hunting, everybody. See you next time.
Here we go.